How's it going, everyone? Grant the Mountain Bike Noob here. Today, I'm talking mountain bike suspension. I'm going to show you how to adjust the suspension pressure and all that good stuff in your fork and your shock in the back. Very important to get it right or within your range where you want it to be. I'll show you how to do that, show you what the good numbers are. And if you could, guys, like and subscribe. I appreciate you. All right, enough talk. Let's get into it. All right, so in order to get your suspension at the right pressure, you're gonna need a shock pump. So unfortunately, these right here, like in my other video, I'll throw that right there, how to adjust tire pressure, these don't work. These are low pressure at high volume pumps. You need a high pressure at low volume pump. What does that look like? Well, glad you asked. That looks like this. Look at that, ooh, fancy, yes. Hand model over here. Have a little chow. So these bad boys are called shock pumps. They're on Amazon for anywhere from 25 to 30 bucks. I've seen some that are like $100. I don't know why. This one was like 25 or 30. So that's what I would get. Anyway, so what this is, this has a little hose right here, connects to the shock. And then you got your pump. Wow, I know, amazing, it pumps. And then this little button right here at the bottom, if you did too much or need to lesser the pressure. Release. If you need to release some of that pressure, you press this button right here and then it'll let it out. And as you can see, we got the gauge so you can tell what you're doing, what you're going for. All right, so you got the gauge, you got the pump, boop. But how much do you know to put in the shock or the fork? Well, the easiest thing on that is the fork usually has on the inside of the front right here, I'll zoom in on that, the pressure that you want it at for your weight on that specific fork. So let's check that out. All right, so let's get up into the bike. It's not the easiest thing to see, but if you go here on the inside, see this right here? Ooh, I'm missing, right there. That tells you the PSI. So for mine specifically, let's see if I get it focused. It's a really small, weird thing. There we go. So me, I weigh about 210 pounds. So as you can see on that bad boy where it says 200 to 220 about, we want it between 85 and 95 PSI. Wow, amazing. So most bikes have these. If not, you can go to the specific shock. So I have the Rock Shock Yari. Oof, fancy. So you can go to the specific shock website and it'll tell you all about that there. And then the back one's a little different. It doesn't actually have anything like that on there. You get a max of 325 PSI right there. But it doesn't actually tell you what you want. But another easy way to tell what shock pressure you want is this little red thing right here that slides up and down. It's a little washer type thing. So what you want, as you can see, there's numbers right here. Come on, 20, 30, and 40%. So what you want is when you fill it on both, up here has the same thing. Very, very fancy technology, I know. So you want the same thing is when you fill them up and get them where you have them, when you sit all your weight on the bike and you're not pedaling, you're not like bouncing, you just sit all your weight on it how you would just naturally sit. You want this, they say, to be as close to 30 as possible. So if you sit on the bike and then it goes perfectly to 30 like that, you're at the right pressure. Same with this one, it has numbers a little different looking because it's backwards, but you get it around 30 right there, boom, that's what you want. So that also helps tell you what the shock pressure you want it to be at. Also, it just depends on how you feel, if you want it cushier, a little harder, just how you like to ride, that always helps too. But all right, I'll show you how to inflate those. All right, I'll show you how to do the fork first. So on mine, the front left of the fork has a little cap here that says air. You unscrew that. Hopefully it's not too snug. You might have to put a little elbow grease into it to get it untightened. So take that off. You can see it says air. Look at that, wow. I'm gonna put that in my pocket so I don't lose it. So I'd recommend, because it's so easy to lose stuff like that. All right, and then you grab your gauge right here. Right here, it's just a little screw, and it goes straight down. You screw it in, and you'll see it'll pop up to the pressure. There we go. See, it just popped up to like, I don't know, 85. So like I said, I wanted about 85 to 95. So what I'm gonna do is start pumping. And as you can see, just pump like that. And it'll slowly go up. Pump it a bunch just to show you. All right, so like now we're at 100. Like I said, let's say that's a little too high. You want to pump it a little more just to show you. All right, there we go. So we're at 100. Let's say you want a little lower. This little black button right here on this one specifically. You can press it. You hear the air coming out. Woo! You can go way down. Now obviously I went way too far down, so pump it back up. Get it to about where we want. Right there is about 90. Let's go to 95. Just a couple more pumps. Yeah, it's maybe a little more. All right, that's good enough right there. So you just unscrew it. All right, there we go. Get your cap back on that you have in your pocket. You hopefully didn't lose it. Screw that back on right there. All right, and that's for the front. The fork is done. Now let's go to the shock. When we're down here at the shock, you can see there's a little thing right here on mine. It says air again. So you unscrew that. So put that back down so you can see it. Unscrew that off. Unscrew that off. Screw that off. There we go. All right. Come on. And same thing, put this in your pocket so you don't lose it. Throw that in there right now. All right. And what's nice, same thing, take this, screw it on there. Let's see what we got. We're at about 190. All right, so same thing, you can pump it. Get a little higher, get a little, it's too high, you might need a little lower, press the button. All right, pump it up a little bit more to where it was, and then same thing, you unscrew that. I like mine about 190, just for my weight, you know. So like I said, that depends how it feels on you. And then we could also do the test. Let me screw that little cap back in from my pocket. We also did the test that I said we wanted to be at about 30% when you sit on the bike. So let's do that real quick. All right, so to do the 30% on the bike to see if your shocks are at about the right spot in general, put the red all the way down on this one, as low as it can go, and then you put the little red washer all the way up on this one. All right, and then you sit on the bike, and then hopefully you'll have gotten it right, and then it'll go right to 30 on both of those. So let's do that real quick. I'm gonna sit on the bike. Don't sit on it super hard because this is, like I said, this is supposed to be accurate. So you want to just softly sit all your weight on it and see where it goes. So there's all my weight on it. I didn't bounce or anything. I'm gonna get off now. All right, let's see what we got. All right, now as we come to the bike, you can see the shock. I almost nailed 30%, very close. The front fork, I didn't exactly get to get on one about just under 15. So realistically, the sit test is actually more important for the rear shock. As you can see, that's more accurate. And when I sat on it, most of the actual shock happened in the shock, not the fork. To me, this is fine because, like I said, you can do the PSI under there. It tells you what it is. So I'm fine with that. I also like it a little firmer in the front shock. The back is where I really want it to be at 30. That's what's most important. So the fact that that's at 30 is perfect. All right, and like I said, it's different for everyone. So whatever feels good for you is what you do. All right, sweet. All right, thanks for watching, everyone. Hope that was helpful. Just get one of these bad boys at 25, 30 bucks on Amazon, and you're good to go to fill your shocks just like that. If you have any more questions, leave some comments. I'm happy to answer them for you. If you have any more how-to videos that you want to see, let me know down in the comments too. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hope that helped, guys. And as always, have a good one. Oh, is it jammed? Oh, there we go. All right, Jesus.